and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I'm Priscilla. I'm the owner of A Life Full of Simplicity. So in today's video, I will be unboxing the Mystical Dream Tarot by Janet Piedilato. I'm sorry if I mispronounced the surname. Apologies. I believe this is published by Red Wheel. Yeah, Red Wheel. It retails in the US for $26.95. How much did I get this for? I think I got it for a similar price in Canada. It was actually on sale. The price was down, I believe, like 20%. Usually this is like almost $40 in Canada, but I believe I bought it for a little bit more than this price listed here, like 29, maybe 29 bucks or something like that. So yeah, I'm like super excited. This was on my wish list to get. Like, I have a separate list specifically for the decks that I want to buy within this year, and this was one of them. So I'm definitely happy to have this in my collection. So on the back it says, "Waking to the Truth of Dreams. This remarkable tarot emerges directly from the mystical realms of dream and vision, manifesting completely fresh imagery, pregnant with possibilities that shine light upon the hidden and reveal new pathways of understanding. Each image, derived from the author's own dream experiences, is an original offering, rich with powerful insights designed to awaken that which is essential for moving forward on your own life journey of self-discovery. The stunning deck and accompanying guidebook invite you to discover the wisdom and truth that lie beyond waking reality and to draw upon the power of your unconscious, the insight of your psyche to meet life's challenges and achieve your goals." So, this is a 78 richly symbolic tarot cards with a 160-page book for interpretation, or of interpretation rather, and it's illustrated by Tom Duxbury. So I bought this because it seemed really interesting. It wasn't traditional Rider-Waite-Smith, so they did change the names of the cards for the major arcana, and they did change the court cards. Now, from what I've seen when I watched other people unbox this deck, the meanings are also different in the guidebook. So the system is completely changed from Rider-Waite-Smith to a dream interpretation. So this is supposed to be used for dream interpretations. Now, you can definitely use this with Rider-Waite meanings, in my opinion, especially if you're already used to Rider-Waite-Smith meanings and you're already familiar. As long as you know which card goes with what title, then you shouldn't have a problem. I plan to deep dive this deck so I can learn more about it. I actually really want to use the meanings that come with the guidebook because I think it would be really interesting. So it's a deck that pulls out like this. So there's nothing inside. That's what the box looks like. And then there's no ribbon inside, which would have been nice. Okay, so with that book, nice and thick. And then they did separate the cards, which I hate. I hate this thing. But at least they didn't shrink wrap them. They only have this plastic thing holding them, which is nice. The deck itself on the outside was shrink wrapped, just so you know. So I'm just going to go ahead and take these things off, go in the recycling because I don't need that. And then this is the 4 of Cups, so I'm guessing this is the 3 of Cups. Yep, that together. You can tell that there's a separation. It's weird. Hopefully when I shuffle it, it'll be okay. So let's take a look at the guidebook first. Okay. Ooh, she's a doctor. Nice. Okay, so we have a nice table of contents. Love that. So we have the majors, and we have the minors, and then we have working with the deck, and then notes on readings, further reading, and acknowledgements. Okay. So we have an introduction here. That's cool. She quotes Carl Jung. Okay, dream images and the tarot. Okay, so dream images presented on the major and minor cards come open-ended, pregnant with possibilities, with each is explained in terms of its initial encounter. The best understanding comes from actually sitting with the images and allowing them to speak intimately. Such meetings help the images on the dream cards to speak personally, shifting symbolic meaning to become unique and individual. The images grow and become good friends, ready to sit with us, to listen to our questions, and to help us see our way towards working through puzzles and with hardships. They frequently point the hidden meanings to our lives and often missed issues, which, when made clear, help to open doors to solutions and new pathways. Okay, so while these dream images arose from my personal dream bank, in the end, they have meaning well beyond the personal. As images, they retain the ability to interact with different people in unique and different ways. This is not just wishful thinking. There is sound, rational belief behind this statement. That's cool. So you can look at the images and then, read them intuitively. Okay, so it goes into the major. So I have some information here. So they give a chart. Thank God. That's good. I love that. So these are the names that they named the cards, and then it tells you what it is in traditional tarot, which is useful. This is really useful for beginners, in my opinion, or at least people who have just started off with like a Rider-Waite-Smith type deck. Then you can like learn this new system, because it is a new system, right? Okay, so let's see what it says here. It says the following 22 cards of the Mystical Dream Tarot are not clones of the thousands of tarot decks that follow a precise system of interpretation regardless of the variety of different costumes placed upon them. In traditional readings, we merely need to know the precise meaning assigned to the card in order to do a reading. We can use the Mystical Dream Tarot in this manner if desired, as traditional tarot numerical identification is on each card. Yet, as the images in this deck rise from visionary state and internal bank of imagery, so the meanings rise from our personal associations. Here is where the Mystical Dream Tarot is really empowering, as the images may be interpreted quite effectively by drawing upon our unique individual interpretation. For example, a snake, for some of us, may point to a dangerous situation, while for others may represent wisdom. Neither is incorrect, for the meaning is personal. We are all free to delve into our own associations, interpreting and becoming expert at using the mystical dream cards without the need of memorizing anything. While the accompanying text provides a guide as possible meanings for each card in the major and minor arcana, in the end we may empower the deck with meaning gleaned from our own visionary bank. Each time we approach the deck, we are given a choice on how we wish to consult the deck in our divination readings. We may use it in the traditional manner, or we may work with our unique system of understanding. So yes, absolutely love this. Okay, so we have the Fool, right? And it tells you what the new name is and traditional name, which is great. Let's see what kind of information we have. So we seem to have a lot of information. We have also reverse meaning, which is pretty cool. Seems similar. We have left, right, reversed. Okay, let's see what the minor says. I will pull a card. You know what? I'm going to pull a major and minor card to read in the guidebook. That way we can see like what the differences are for each type. So for the minor arcana, we have traditional tarot decks often present a varying number of swords, clubs, pentacles, and cups on minor arcana cards. As such, they rely heavily upon predetermined memorized meanings in order to be interpreted. The minor arcana of the Mystical Dream Tarot differs vastly, as each card presents a story, imagery that greets us and invokes a feeling, recalls a memory or an association, aiding us in our interpretations. The accompanying text may be consulted for additional thoughts, yet in the end, what is created is a visionary state, is often best interpreted by the personal inner feeling. Okay, so like a painting, a great master, the dream imagery becomes quite unique and personal upon viewing. Such feelings have lasting effects and are powerful in making successful readings. Best yet, we need not to be expert tarot readers to interpret the minor arcana cards. Novices may approach these cards with the expertise of a long-running tarot reader, for the meaning of the imagery is key to interpretation, not the memorized litany of predetermined dogma. The accompanying text is always there as an aid to help each of us get started, yet imagery has an agenda of its own, bringing to mind associations that personally enter any interpretation. Okay, so they changed the core cards. So traditionally, King, Queen, Knight, and Page, we have Lord, Lady, Spirit, and Dreamer. And then it talks about the suit of wands and goes into the wands. So I guess similar before, but less information. The majors have more information. So we have upright and then reversed. So 1 page for each. Okay, then we have the suit of cups. Suit of swords. Suit of pentacles. And then it goes into working with the deck. And we have some spreads. Nice. Okay, so we have the Waking Dream spread. Then it seems like we have a sample reading, which is really interesting. I love sample readings because then it shows you, like, you know, how this spread can be used. So that's really cool. Very nice. Then we have the Dream Life Cycle spread. Okay. Interesting. Ooh, we have another sample reading. Awesome. Awesome. That's great. Then we have a third spread, the Dream of Hidden Treasures spread. Very cool. 9 cards. And then we have another sample reading for that. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, okay. We have another spread. Very interesting. So these are all unique spreads. They're not like 1 card, 3 card, like typical. They're all unique to this specific deck because they're all based on dreams. So then we have the Dream Wisdom spread. I like that. I like when authors provide their own spreads that are unique to their deck because it just makes it interesting, you know? Then we have another sample reading for that one. Okay, then we have Dream Incubation Portal readings. No idea what that is. Okay. Interesting. These are all the major cards. Okay, those are all the major cards. Cool. Then we have notes. Notes page. Further reading. Ooh, nice. Oh, I like this. Cool. I'm going to look up some of these books. Can never have too many books, in my opinion. Oh. Let me have a card here. Which card? I don't know. Okay, so let's put this on the side. And then we're going to take a look at the cards. Okay, so the first card we have is the Fool. So, renamed as Innocent. And that's the card on the box and guidebook. Then we have the Magician. The High Priestess. Empress. Emperor. This one was unchanged. This one also was unchanged. What is she doing? It's weird. You're just lying there. It's kind of odd. I'm not gonna lie. This is the Chariot. So instead of strength, we have justice. So those were inverted. More Thoth based in terms of that numbering. Then we have the Hermit. I like that. I like this Hermit. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune. It's an interesting Wheel of Fortune. Then we have Strength. Sophia. Weird. Why is it called Sophia? I'm curious. Let's see. Okay, Sophia, Strength. So Sophia is the principle of fiery potential and inner perception. She is the goddess of wisdom. Ah, okay. Goddess of wisdom. Interesting. Which, I wonder which pantheon she's from. So yes, goddess of wisdom. Interesting. Then we have the Hanged Man. So this was unchanged also. Interesting though. It looks like time is running out from the top. It's burning and then clock. Huh. That's an interesting perspective on the Hanged Man. Wise Fox. I believe this is death. Yep, death. Dancing with Death. Love that. And then we have Temperance. So this is unchanged. This is the Devil. Then we have the Tower. This is the Star. Okay, so this is the card that's at the end of the book I showed. It's the Star card. And then we have the Moon. This is unchanged in terms of the naming convention. Then we have the Sun, which is also unchanged. We have Judgment. It's an interesting Judgment card. And then we have the World. Serpentia Soul. So the cards are glossy, but they're not like they are glossy, as you can see. You can see my window, but they're not sticking together, which is nice. They glide nice, which is the type of gloss that I like. If it's going to be glossy, at least use this type of gloss. There's other gloss like people have used, like other companies have used high gloss cards, but they don't feel like this. They stick together and they don't feel nice. So this feels nice. Then we have the Aces of Wands. So the Ace of Wands, so we're going into the Wands now for the minor. This is a nice ace. I really like this. The Two of Wands. Huh. Her bed is floating in the wind. Then we have the Three of Wands. Interesting. We have a giant beetle in the trees. Then we have the Four. Interesting. The Five. Then we have the Six. The Seven. The Eight. Huh. Interesting. We have the Nine. A lot of death haunting you in that card. Then we have the 10 wands. So this is the page, dreamer, knight, love all the crystals everywhere, queen. I do love this queen, very nice. And then king. Cups. That's cute. Usually this is what we see here. Three of cups. Four of cups. And then we have 5 of cups. 6. Oh, I like that. 6. 7 of cups. 8 of cups. You could definitely apply Rider-Waite-Smith like keywords to this, like feeling trapped within. This kind of reminds me of Moby Dick, or not Moby Dick. Is it Moby Dick? No, it's not Moby Dick. Pinocchio. What's that movie that they get swallowed by a whale? No, they do that in Pinocchio, I think. 9 of cups. And then we have the 10. So we have the page. We have the knight. That's an interesting knight card. We have the queen. And the king. Nice. Ooh, the swords. Is that snake face upside down? What the? Creepy. 2 of swords. Then we have the 3 of swords. 4 of swords. The 5. The 6. The 7. The 8. 9 of swords, which kind of reminds me of Little Red Riding Hood. Then we have the 10 of swords. The page. What in the world is happening here? Very weird. Very strange imagery, but that's dreams for you. Dreams are weird. Then we have the knight, the queen, and then the king. Interesting, they're similar. Okay, last suit. Pentacles. We have the 2 of pentacles. The 3 of pentacles. The 4 of pentacles is an onion. Huh. Then we have the 5 of pentacles. 6. Love the little kitty. So cute. 7. Love how there's a little rainbow in the back. Little rainbow. Then we have the 8 of pentacles. Huh. Very strange 8 of pentacles. I'm excited to dive into the guidebook for this deck because the imagery is so cool. Like, I really, really love it. It's very odd, which I love. What in the world? Another weird page. But I think like the guidebook will say like a lot. Like sure, you could definitely read this intuitively, but it's so weird that I'm just like looking at it and I'm like, what's going on? The queen. And then lastly, the king. Interesting. Okay, let's shuffle this. Yeah. Beautiful, glides nicely. Doesn't clump together, which is nice. Okay, what do we have here? 5 of Pentacles. Let's look for, oh, perfect. We have a major. Okay, let's read the major first, and then we'll move to the minor. Okay, so the first card that we have is the Chariot, renamed to the Moon Chariot. So it says, the Moon Chariot reflects readiness for an original approach, a new undertaking, or increased responsibilities along one's path. This indicates the need to move beyond old beliefs into new ways of knowing. The child now takes the handles of the chariot. Fresh young ideas may rest upon the old, yet they possess the enthusiasm and energy to push the chariot into action. The chariot, the new approach, arises as an intuitive thought or dream, yet taking command of the vehicle of movement demands knowledge and wisdom. Intuition must be grounded in reason. Cycles have powers of their own, and one must respect this and enter into a harmonious relationship where one works within the greater sphere of the eternal. Time is essential, and incorrect timing can be fatal. One can move ahead only by virtue of inner work. The chariot can run off on its own if one is not careful. One ages poorly if attention is not paid to healthy habits which empower rather than diminish life. Power of belief in manifestation is important, yet this must be balanced by beliefs in harmony with the true nature of reality. One cannot stop the forces of the moon chariot which moves in harmony with universal law. The fool tries and fails continually. The wise man learns to understand the cycle of movement following the universal music. The dance slows and quickens as the chariot goes through changes due to time and place. Being prepared for the moon's transit across the landscape is one's journey is essential in successfully reaching the goal, arriving and leaving the many stops along the long road of time. Essential through all of this is the acceptance of when to journey and when to rest, when to disrobe of tattered, worn-out beliefs, and when to embrace the vestments of new directions and new destinations. As the moon chariot rolls forward, it takes with it one's youth, along with many of the illusionary appearances that transit through the various landscapes of one's life. Struggling to halt the process is counterproductive and contrary to nature law. The moon chariot moves forward even if the mind is stubborn and resistant. Accepting the natural transits takes courage, grace, and wisdom. The appearance of the moon chariot heralds the time to accept the turning of a page in the story of one's life. As the child takes the handles of the chariot, the elder sits securely upon the seat, indicating that not all old beliefs are disregarded for this new endeavor. The moon crone brings wisdom of the old to empower the new. The seeker's wisdom ultimately lies in knowing what to take and what to leave behind as one journeys through life. Then for the part, it says in a reading, we have the appearance of the moon chariot indicates it is time for the seeker to shift position, embrace something new. Plans may arise for a trip to a place not visited previously. Intuition may spur the seeker to take a chance on a change in career or location. There may be an opportunity to enter into a new relationship or spiritual journey. This can lead to attainment or accomplishment. New waters are ahead, new ideas, spiritual progress. Then for reversed, it says, The moon chariot can indicate defeat and blockage in both physical and emotional movement. Resistant to change, obstinacy, and anger may result due to the lack of respect for the need to move in synchronization, with the ever-shifting cycles of the changing life seasons, leaving the seeker in the arid wasteland of dry infertility. This indicates that one is left behind in a failure. This may represent an elder who vainly attempts to appear young and is unwilling to accept age. So this is everything that I read. Okay, now we shall read the Five of Pentacles. So I like that. For the major, it seems like it's really in-depth. And I like that a lot. So then we have the Five Pentacles. So the Five of Pentacles is only one page, because the minors are one page each. Okay, Five of Pentacles. In the belly of the golden fish of wisdom, the innocent grows beyond the I into the we, finding the true meaning of life. Stability reigns with mind, body, and spirit as he plummets the inner depths to embrace all being. His focus expands to planetary, environmental, cosmic levels, with the financial security and spiritual understanding overflowing into sharing wealth in a manner that benefits beyond the personal into the collective. He ventures within to comprehend all life, illustrated by the ankh that raises from the tail of the golden fish. So this thing, which is an Egyptian symbol for life. The innocent, the seeker in each, navigates through the great history of all being to discover trees blooming in the continuous flow of life, all joined beyond any fictitious boundaries or limits. Here he is an explorer of consciousness, embracing a humanitarian and environmentally compassionate view of life, giving thanks for the abundant gifts of success and of good fortune achieved. He looks beyond personal happiness and is ready to share his abundance. There is an increased interest in protecting air, sea, and land, as well as providing aid for the less fortunate victims of social injustice and natural disaster. The innocent has reached the end of a long road of struggle to achieve success in financial manners and social recognition. It is time to share the wealth. So in a reading, upright, after a long struggle towards economic security, one embraces complementary health, organic farming, and alternative energy sources. This is about sharing good fortune with an open heart and being compassionate. Reversed is a struggle for economic security, leads to tight-fisted behavior, so a selfish, isolating attitude, continual worries about funds. So in tradition, the Five of Pentacles is actually about worrying about financial security, because usually it depicts someone who is, poor, someone who's outside with no shelter. So this is kind of like you have been through that, and this is the aftermath. So this is everything that I read for the Five of Pentacles. So yeah, this is great. I really love it. I am glad that I got this and was able to put it into my collection, because this is like a fantastic deck. Fantastic deck to have. So yeah, I'm definitely excited. I'm definitely going to try to do more of a deep dive in this. I do have Boho Tarot, who is Dawn Michelle. I have like her book on how to do like a deep dive with your tarot deck and working with your tarot deck. So I think I'm going to do that with this deck in particular. I think it would provide a lot more insight, and I definitely think this is a deck that you need to go more in depth, even though it seems like you can definitely use Rider-Waite-Smith meanings with this deck. It just takes some getting used to with the name changes for the major. I think for the major, I'm definitely going to have to get used to the name changes, which I have other decks that have name changes in the major, and I have gotten used to it. So I don't think it'll take me that much time, but it just gets, you need to get used to it, pretty much is what I'm trying to say. So I do thank you so much for watching. I do want to hear from you in the comments below. What do you think of this deck? Is this something that you would pick up, something that interests you? I'd love to hear from you. If it's not something that interests you, I'd love to hear from you as well as to why it doesn't interest you. And yeah, we can have some fun conversations in the comments. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, turn on that bell so you can be notified every time I post a brand new video. And please give this video a thumbs up, as is greatly appreciated. And have yourself a great day.